Hi guys, it's Brittany with another episode of Bella Harmony TV. So today we're just going to be talking about how the universe can send you multiple signs, and that's why it's always good to stay balanced and to, just stay positive and stay optimistic, because you never know when you're getting a sign, and you don't want to lose your signs, or you don't want to let your signs pass you by, because hey, it's like a treasure hunt. It's like, you gonna catch it or you not. It's just like with your dream. It's like you gonna catch your dreams or you're not. You gonna go after your dreams or you're not. But anyway, so first we're gonna start off with animals. So if you ever start noticing, or whenever you do decide to start meditating, or if you already meditate, just try meditating outside. Whenever I meditate outside, I always see different type of animals and birds and insects, and like today I discovered I cannot pronounce it, but it's some type of lizard. It looked like a salamander, but it's a lizard with the blue tail, and I did a little research, and I found out that that was God's way of trying to tell me that pretty much, like, the lizard came as one of my spirit animals to help guide me in the next direction, and I need to pretty much just go with the flow. Like, that's pretty much that's what the blue is for. Like, when you think about blue, you think about air. Like, the flow of air, the flow of life, it's blue. Your throat, your the air gotta flow through. That's a good way to remember. The air gotta flow through your body in order for you to, be alive. But anyway, another animal, we could talk about birds. Like, of course, birds always mean strength and wisdom, or it could always just mean that you are protected. Like, since my granddad died, and my grandma, she been died a long time ago, but since she passed away, like, me and everybody in my family, we know whenever we see a red bird, we be like, that's grandma. Like, we know that's grandma, and it always come at the right time. Like, it don't matter where we at or what we doing. Like, anytime I be like, you know what, grandma, ancestors, universe, spirit guides, God, please come in and help me out with this situation. A red bird always come by whenever I come up with a solution, or whenever I'm in a tough situation. And that's just my grandma way of telling me that, I guess you could say that was an example. I guess that would be an example of a bird and the ancestors. Like, one of your ancestors now reincarnate into a bird, or they can really reincarnate into anything. That's another way for your ancestors to connect with you. They just reincarnate into something else, but it's up to you for you to get the message. Like, since my granddad died, I done got a whole lot more spiritual. Like, I've been doing a whole lot more spiritual work. But since he passed, though, like, right before he passed, I'm gonna put the picture up, but like right before he passed, I was at the lake and I was meditating, and I had caught a picture of a fairy walking towards me in the water, and I also caught a picture of to make sure that it was a fairy, because I was so shocked, I didn't think that it was real. To make sure that it was a fairy, I looked up in the sky, and I seen, a bird that looked like an angel in the sky, and I'm just like, okay, this is cool. Like, this is cool. Like, this spirit stuff is real, which I've been seeing stuff in the clouds since I was little, but it's just still the fact that, God could talk to you in multiple ways, and your ancestors can communicate with you in multiple ways. That's another thing. I didn't even think about it. I'm just talking. You got fairies. If you don't believe in fairies, like, they are real. There's a tree in front of my house. I will also post a picture of that. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I know that tree is covering my house and is guarding my house, because if you look at the tree, like, I'm gonna take a picture of it, like, it's a little fairy, like, shaped in the tree. Like, I know that it's a fairy, but whatever. But yeah, since my granddad died, I've been seeing bluebirds. He been coming back as bluebirds, and now I found out a couple of weeks ago that he also come and communicate with me through uh, dragonflies. So yeah, I just always know that he's near. And another thing about dragonflies also is that if you see a dragonfly, just pay attention to whatever you're thinking about at the time. And whenever you see a dragonfly, that's pretty much like a sign of wisdom, or you emerging yourself, or you're connecting with the higher power, like with the higher source. And just pay attention to whatever you're thinking about, because whatever you're thinking about, that's your sign that you right. Okay, so pay attention to that. And yeah, that's all I could think about for the animals for right now. But every animal, it has a purpose. So whenever you see something out of the ordinary, or whenever you keep on seeing something, make sure you go look it up, because that's your message from God. Butterflies, I cannot forget about butterflies. I've been staying in Georgia my whole life. I done seen butterflies, but I ain't seen no butterflies like the type of butterflies that I've been seeing since I done started my little spiritual journey. But I'm telling you, like, stuff will come out, and each one of those butterflies, like colors, they mean something. Each one of those butterflies mean something. So whenever you see a butterfly, make sure you go look up whatever that meaning is, and whatever situation you're going through at the time, just try to apply it. If you can't apply it with just that butterfly, if you can't get your message with just that one butterfly, maybe you need to wait on another sign from God to let you know, you know what I'm saying, to let you know that that's what he, really trying to tell you. Or you can try to figure out what he's really trying to tell you. Another thing that we can never forget about is numbers. Like, numbers and shapes, like, them shapes mean something. Like, you should have paid attention when your teacher tried to get you to do that, what is it called? Look, there go dragonfly right there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch it on camera. What is the Egyptian? I'll talk about that in another video. But I don't know if y'all had to do, I need to wash my hair. I don't know if y'all had to do that assignment in class where you had to write, I don't know what the fuck my teacher was thinking, but we had to use the Egyptian symbols. Like, that's the way that they wrote, I think, inside the pyramids or something like that. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know everything. But I remember doing some type of assignment. I did it in middle school and I did it in high school, where we had to pretty much like write, I think it was either like a paragraph or like a whole story or something like that, with the damn Egyptian writing. But I'm glad that we did do that, because if you go back and you study those shapes and those artifacts and those writings, you can also uncover some secrets to life, and you can also get some messages from, just from doing research. So make sure that you're paying attention to your numbers, your signs, and your symbols. And before I get off of this, because I feel like I keep on getting off track, it's so much that I have to tell y'all. So it's like, I don't know, I need to get some index cards. But anyway, numbers. We cannot forget about numbers. Numbers are very, very important. Anytime you seeing a whole bunch of tools that's God trying to tell you, you need to get in balance. Or whenever, or whatever the situation is, like, you need to find some type of balance in that situation. Whenever you see 333, whenever you see a whole bunch of threes, it could mean a warning, and it could also mean that something, just something out of the ordinary is about to happen. So because it has two different meanings, what me and my kids do whenever we see 333, or whenever we see 33, like, we catch 33 something on the clock. And it's crazy because, like, we been on point. Like, we be like, y'all ready? And just to cover ourselves, just because we don't know what's gonna happen, just in case it is something bad, you always have to be prepared for bad stuff. So just in case it is something bad, what we say whenever we see 333 is peace, harmony, success, and prosperity. That's you speaking affirmations over your life. That's you speaking positivity over your life. And it's very important to teach your kids about their self-worth, their knowledge, and their history, so they can know. It is very important. I really honestly think that teachers should start I think that they should imply meditation somewhere in the, somewhere throughout the kids' day, because I really feel like meditation, it'll cut down a whole bunch of bullying, and I also feel like it'll cut down a whole bunch of miscommunication, and like just the way that your child react, period. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I used to be feisty as hell. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still a work in progress. Like, I believe in God, I believe in the universe, I believe in all that, but I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I'm telling y'all all this stuff based off of my own experiences. Like, I done been through a lot. I still have a lot to go through, and I still have a lot to heal from. But one thing I can say is that I am a way better person than I was about 2 years ago, because, honey, them spirits was real, and they had a hold on me, and I had to get them things off of me. So that's why, I'm opening up to y'all, and I'm trying to tell y'all the stuff that I experienced and the stuff that I done learned through the experience, to make y'all own experience easier, and to help y'all get to the next level. And it's like, the more and more you grow, and the more and more you learn, the more you start changing your perspective on life. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you just look at life like totally different. Like, that's a whole nother story. I'm getting off track. I'm gonna record a whole bunch of videos. I don't know what the hell was going through retrograde, but Mercury is in charge. I gotta do a video on that, but Mercury is in charge for the communication. So that's probably why it was so hard for me to post a video. That's why I was not able to record a video, because not only was my damn phone acting up, but I had a whole bunch of shit going on, honey. I had a whole bunch of shit, but I'm grateful for all the shit that I had going on, because I see the beauty in it now. But anyway, back to the synchronicities. You got, what I said, 222 means balance. You got 333, that's either a warning or just some out of the ordinary about to happen. You got 444. I mean, everybody got their own meanings, but for me, I look at 444 as abundance. So, and I think about my angels and my spirit guides. So whenever I see 444, I just be like, okay, I invite you guys into my life to help guide me through this situation. It's like, once you start paying attention to stuff, you're going to realize that the messages are sitting on your lap. You're going to realize that everything that you need to know is already within you. You're going to realize that the universe is the one who really got your back. So that's who you really need to be focused on, so you can get to the next level. You can't worry about all this other mess that's going on, because it's not gonna get you nowhere. All this love and hip hop and this Real Housewives of Atlanta and all this other stuff, like, y'all need to let that shit go. Like, because y'all don't realize is that whatever you feed your soul, that's what you're gonna become. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people won't be real, but I can be transparent and tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, like, the fucking truth. Like, I sat around and I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta for I don't know how long. I sat around and watched Black Ink Crew. I sat around and watched what is it, Love and Hip Hop, Flavor of Love, like all this shit. And you don't even realize that you are programming your mind to think that that is okay. So because you're programming your mind to think that it's okay for a man or a woman to treat you like that, or that's how your relationship is supposed to go, or that's how your life is supposed to go, that's what you're going to manifest into your life. So you have to be careful of what you feed your soul. Back to, I got so much to say. Back to the signs. You got billboards, you got tags. Like God will send you so many signs. You just have to pay attention. It be signs in the trees, it be signs in the grass. Make sure you look up in the clouds. It's always good to look up in the clouds with your kids, because your kids will see some stuff that you can't see. And the more and more you go along this journey, also, you're gonna realize how much you do need to listen to your kids and pay attention to your kids, because they know what the fuck they be talking about. And God will use anybody. And most of the time, it's gonna be your kids. So you need to listen. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna trust your kids over any stranger, or over any enemy or frenemy, or just anybody in general. Like, you'll be surprised. Just tap in, meditate, pray, get you a journal, and you're gonna be all right. And into the next episode, I hope you guys took notes, and I hope this was very helpful to help you along your spiritual journey. Bye bye.